A lot of people don't realize just how long they've been playing Minecraft for. How much time they've spent punching cows to death for food. How much time they've been opening chests after strip mining only to say, "What am I gonna do with all of this cobblestone?" And unless you started playing Minecraft in 1.16, you probably feel some nostalgia for older versions of the game. Minecraft released over 10 years ago, so I think it could be to go back and take a look at some of the older versions of the game, starting with 1.16 and going all the way back to the original release. So let's start at 1.19 and go all the way back to the original release. I also want to point out that at the time of recording this channel has under 15 subscribers, so if you want to add to that count, that would be greatly appreciated. I don't want to spend too much time here because most of us already know Minecraft 1.19. Minecraft 1.19 was the version that gave us... Minecraft 1.19 was the version of the game that gave us sculk blocks, because it gives us the ability to do a lot more with redstone than we could. Minecraft 1.19 also gave us these scary things, but I'm sure we all know about them. Minecraft 1.19 also gave us mangrove swamps, and frog, which I just want to say are adorable. Look at him waddle. And that's pretty much all for this update. Welcome to 1.8. This version released not long after I started Minecraft Java Edition. I'm not completely sure why, but it does overall look simpler. Water's bluer, and a lot of the original textures are back. The old netherrack texture. It's weird how much I've missed this. The nether looks so different pre-1.13. Lighting was a little weird. Nether fortresses are about the same. You know, when you think about it, the new block textures do look a little bit better, even though these ones hold a special place in a lot of people's hearts. This is around the time I started playing Minecraft along with a lot of other people. Your world was a lot simpler, things like that are very different from today. This was also pre-combat update, meaning in order to kill something you had to spam click it. Okay, so now we're in 1.5, and the first thing I noticed is, I'm a Steve. Also, you have to double tap W to sprint. And if this was before skins were a thing, you know what else is probably in this version? No, I was really hoping it would play the hurt sound. I was really hoping for the old hurt sound. I'm sure it'll show up eventually. Also, one thing I noticed, so there's a jungle here, and it seems to be generating pigs in bushes. It's okay, Mr. Pig, you're free. Come on. Come on. There you go. Okay, so that's a little weird. The options screen is so much simpler. It looks pretty much the same as 1.8. One of the classic villages. Remember the excitement when you saw a village hoping you'd see a blacksmith? You just got so excited as you ran towards the village hoping there'd be a blacksmith. Although the classic village is more nostalgic, I think they did a good job with the new villages. No! I meant to close the door. There you go. I don't even remember cactuses. Cactuses could be this tall? I don't even remember this. This might have been before I started playing. We might be at that point. Welcome to version 1.4. One of the first big differences I noticed when I spawned in was the original lava texture. One of the first things I noticed when I first spawned in was this. The original lava texture. I know it's weird, but I miss this. Wonder if that texture's in the original art resource pack. Dropped items were 2D. They turned with you. They were just an image that turned with you. As much as I love the original lava texture, the nether is pretty much the same. When you really think about it, the nether didn't get many updates before 1.16. As much as I love the original lava texture, it's kind of hard to look at a lava ocean when it looks like that. Ouch, that looks like it hurt. Imagine you fall in lava and lose all of your diamond gear and the game is just like, ouch, that looks like it hurt. I'd probably be pretty mad. The original Plains Village. I spent so much time in these villages as a kid when I used to play. And honestly, just walking through it, just walking through the streets of this classic village, so nice. We have another pig stuck in a bush. You're free. Go free, Mr. Pig. Cakes have always been one of the most expensive food sources, but I honestly think they looked nicer back in the day. I honestly think they looked nicer back in the older versions. I like this design. This is version 1.3.1, and honestly, it's pretty similar. I remember these mountains used to be a lot more common. One big mountain and one tiny tree on top. These desert walls are really common in this version. That's the third one I've seen, and I haven't seen a single village in this world. Welcome to 1.2. This is a very different version. First, I spawned with things in my inventory. And when you actually open your inventory, wow, this is weird. Villager's pretty normal until you, gravel? Question mark? Okay, so villages are normal except for the fact that the gravel texture is different. I know cobblestone has a very different texture when we get into the last few versions, but gravel? I gotta say, I like the new texture much more than I like whatever this is. Glowstone texture is slightly different. This is before the end was a thing. So no eyes of Ender, no end frames. But if I build a nether portal, the nether looks more or less the same. Welcome to version. I gotta admit, it's not as different as I thought it would be. But I also haven't started looking at the betas yet. The generation's a little weird. You don't normally just see giant patches of stone in the middle of a desert. It looks like it made more mistakes back when this version was first released. And it also looks like all villages were the same, because this is a plains village in a desert. Or back then, what was just a village. Looks the same as a normal village. Anyone else ever get stuck in these wells when they used to play? Version 1.0 is very simple. Probably the simplest version of modern Minecraft you can find. Here's a piece of sugarcane stacked up to 4 blocks high. And other than that, it's pretty much the same. It's a pretty simple version of the game. That's all. Welcome to Beta 1.5. Now you're probably wondering, why are you staring at the back of my head? Well, there is no front view. There's also no hunger bar, there is no sprint, there is no creative mode. This is a big change. Whoa. There are so many things going on right now. Thing number one, I just spawned in and there is a zombie in the water. Don't know how that happened. It hasn't been night. I still can't sprint. My frame rate is having some issues. Also, the grass is way brighter. Oh, there is an inventory, but wait, the button for inventory is I. Did I change that, or has it always been I? I can't remember. The crafting table texture is much more wood plank-like. Now, I'm curious what cobblestone looks like, because in the earlier versions of the game, cobblestone had a much different texture. Yup, there it is. The original cobblestone texture. I am so glad they changed this. I don't know what it is, it hurts. It's kind of weird to look at. Maybe it's because I'm so used to modern Minecraft cobblestone. Modern cobblestone. There is one other thing I want to test, and I think you know what it is. Alright, the moment of truth. Does this version have the original hurt sound? Yes! Yes! Oh, I've waited so long to hear that sound. All these versions we went through, I was waiting to hear that sound. So nostalgic. Such a nostalgic sound for a man getting hurt. This version of the game is so much simpler. Sometimes, though, simpler isn't better. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I think the new versions are overall better, but these versions they're always going to be special to a lot of people because they're so nostalgic. It's literally just a giant infinite plane of dirt. And you can place cobblestone and break blocks, and that's about it. You can't do anything else. Is there a bottom to the world? I wonder if there's a bottom to the world. There is actually a bottom to the world, but once you fall through, you just don't stop. You just keep falling. I think I might have to close it. Since there's no F5 mode, I'm just gonna... I built a smiley face for you to look at because there's no F5. Overall, I think it's really interesting that this is how Minecraft started. It's such a huge, complex game nowadays, and back in the early stages, it was literally just a flat plane and 2 types of blocks. I think it's really interesting.